Hey everybody, this is Storm Chaser Z on my channel here, just trying to help anybody out who wants to figure out how to stream an external device that's plugged in through your Xbox One S, Xbox One Original, or Xbox One X to computer via the network. Unfortunately, I do not have a video capture card, so a lot of my videos are unable to play on a capture card. I'm not able to use them. So instead of buying a capture card, I decided to do a new method that one person has shouted out to me through a forum. And this is the bypass for a Xbox 360 in this situation. You can use a PS2. Unfortunately, a PS2 will require a specialty HDMI splitter. The component ones are sold separately, like on Amazon. This one I bought off Amazon. It converts it to 1080p. You plug in the composite cables from the PS2 into this, and you plug this into a simple auxiliary output USB port, and it powers it and it converts it into 720p or 1080p via a button, and that will work for this method as well. Now I have an Xbox 360 here. I have it plugged in differently. It's an HDMI, and it's plugged into the input on the back of the Xbox One, like so. A little hard to see here, right here. Now when you have that plugged in, to play a game, it's pretty straightforward. And a note to everybody who has this system, this is still working as of today, and I'm pretty sure it will work for the majority of everyone who still has the original Xbox One, the Xbox One S, and the Xbox One X. Unfortunately, the newer systems, the Xbox Series S and the Xbox Series X do not have this capability. They no longer support the HDMI in, so there is no way to play the 360 through an Xbox One. So this is a method for the older systems, but a lot of people are coming up with an error, and I will reveal that error. Okay, so I have it plugged in. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn my Xbox 360 on. And it starts up. And don't mind the tape. I just use it as a protector. This is an old Xbox 360. It's one of the original ones. It's the second generation model, and I've actually had it for 12 years now. Anyways, then you go on your Xbox One. You navigate over to One Guide. It's pretty easy. If you have a remote, it's right there on the remote. Go ahead and press that, and this is what will happen. It'll do this for a second, and then it'll go ahead and sync up with the 360 as it loads. See, it's loading. Now, with the 360 loaded, it works just fine. And I got a game in there right now, ready to play. I have my Xbox 360 now is completely connected to my Xbox One through One Guide. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my Xbox 360 remote here, and I'm going to press play on the disk drive. There's no sound, so no worries. It's for copyright issues. Okay, now with that started, as you can see, it plays absolutely normal, like a console. Okay, now this video is for those who do not want to buy a video card and want to upgrade, want to update and make videos over network. Okay, to do it over network, you have to have a computer connection. Now my computer connection is a simple desktop PC. Now this is my Xbox right here. And in order to capture video, you have to have also capture, gaming capture. I have OBS, which is a download link. Just search for OBS on Google. And there is also a screen record called Bandicut or Bandicam. They will work great, and they keep it up. You can do settings for that. There's a bunch of videos out there. Anyways, what I was trying to do is show you guys exactly how I get my videos to work and how you can make videos too. So click connect, and this is where the issue comes in for most people. You'll connect, and then you'll want to stream. Sometimes it's best to test stream, as test streaming can help you with connectivity. You want to have a good upload speed, but I have the general 10 to 12 megabits per second upload. Anyways, you click stream, but this is what happens. This is what happens. One guide cannot be used while streaming. with this code. You'll get this every time. Now, this used to not be a problem with the Xbox One, Xbox One S, or the Xbox One X. The Xbox Series X and S, like I said, do not have an input, so you don't do this. And honestly, at this time, they do not have a clear-cut way of running recording apps. So I'm going to go ahead and close this out on my Xbox. I'm going to go ahead and stop streaming. And I'm going to leave it on the screen. I'm going to come back over to my Xbox. And you'll see the same thing on my screen here. Sorry, we cannot launch this. So, there is a workaround, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately, luckily. And it requires just a little extra work, but it will work nonetheless. So you go ahead and close out of this. You can go over to Settings. Click on that. Go to General. Go down to TV and Display on Options. Click over here. Go down to TV and One Guide. Once again, I apologize for the screen. I don't have the greatest phone. I'm just trying to help everybody out. Who doesn't know how to do this? Who figures, how does he get those videos up? And I'm just trying to help. Go down to Audio and Video. You'll see a button here that'll say HDMI connected. Okay. Now here's what you want to do. You want to go ahead and click on that with the A button. And as you can see here, it'll show up, let's watch TV. This shows a very small screen. So you have your game, it's running. And I can even show you that it is running by pressing on the game. So it doesn't look like it's just a blank screen. So I'm going to go ahead and press start right now. See that? It just opened right up. I'm going to continue. Now, to get around this, you have to go on your Xbox. Now, granted, this will not look as good as a capture card, and I can recommend that a capture card is probably your best way. But you want to go back. You want to go back again, and you want to go down to Ease of Access, right here. Now, from here, you want to click on that, and you want to go down to Magnifier. Go ahead and turn on Magnifier. Okay, it magnified it right away, but you can magnify with your trigger. Left trigger allows it to zoom out, right trigger allows it to zoom in. So now you go back. Now it will go idle if you have idle. I have idle on, some people don't. I'm going to go ahead and turn mine off and quit showing things. And I'm going to go down to as long as possible. So you may need to have an Xbox One controller on at all times, or at least every 60 minutes. At least try to remember to turn it on so you can get without black screen and a dimming. And you go back. And now you go up, back to where you were. Go back to TV and Display Options. Go down, back to the TV and One Guide. Click on Audio and Video. Now click on HDMI again. Now come over here. And as you can see, when you turn your Xbox One controller on every 60 minutes, all you have to do is move your joystick up or down, and it will keep it, and it'll reset the 60-minute idle time. And here is where you make it work, okay? So now, I can go back over to my computer, and I'm going to go ahead and click Stream this time. So, you can see the stream. Once again, I apologize for this video. It is a mess, but it's on my camera phone. I don't have expensive stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and click Stream. Now it's connecting to my Xbox. So, as you can see, yeah, there's a little music there. As you can see, now it's connected. Disregard this. You don't have to have a controller plugged in. And as you can see, it's exactly as the same as my screen over there. Okay, now I'm going to go back over here, because this one's a little bit easier to work on. Now, here is the hardest part, resimplified. Now, you just have to slightly zoom in and move with your right trigger, like right joystick. Now, here's my whole TV, so I want to make it so my whole TV, so it looks like I'm playing a big game. So you want to move it just slightly, tweak it a little bit, and now you have the entire screen image available. And you can play this way. And what happens is it still plays. And as I'll go over up to my computer, and if you have to turn on your screen recorder or Bandicut or Bandicam, whichever one you want to use, there's a bunch out there. Just Google them. Now you have flawless. And now it works. Thanks guys, I just thought I'd give you this little bit of a tutorial for those who know that one guide no longer works for recording